What got banned from the military mess hall forever? Energy drinks. Specifically anything with more caffeine than coffee. And it's all because of Private Jake Patterson and what we now call the Great Rip It incident of 2009. Patterson was this skinny kid from Ohio who could barely do 10 push-ups when he arrived. But he discovered something magical in the mess hall vending machines. Rip It energy drinks, 24 ounces of liquid lightning for $1. Started with 1 per meal, then 2. By week 3 of basic training, he was downing 6 cans a day. Drill sergeants thought his sudden hyperactivity was motivation. They were wrong. The breaking point came during a field exercise. We'd been up for 36 hours straight. Everyone was dragging except Patterson, who'd smuggled 12 Rip Its in his pack. Around 2 a.m. while we're setting up a defensive perimeter, Patterson starts talking. Fast. Really fast. About everything. His childhood, his ex-girlfriend, his theory about why hot dogs come in packages of 10 but buns come in packages of 8. Patterson, shut up and dig your foxhole, Sergeant Williams ordered, but Patterson couldn't stop. The caffeine had hijacked his brain. He started digging with superhuman intensity. Not just his foxhole. Everyone's foxhole. The entire company's foxholes. By sunrise, he'd excavated half an acre. Looked like a World War I battlefield. Trenches connecting to more trenches. A underground network that would make the Viet Cong jealous. Then came the crash. Patterson collapsed mid-sentence while explaining his plan to redesign the entire base layout. Heart rate through the roof. Hands shaking so bad he couldn't hold his rifle. Medics rushed him to the hospital. Caffeine overdose. His blood was more energy drink than actual blood. Doctor said another 2 cans might have stopped his heart permanently, but that wasn't the end. Word spread about Patterson's trenching marathon. Higher command came to investigate, found his elaborate tunnel system, and were actually impressed, until they realized the environmental impact. He destroyed a protected wetland habitat, endangered species nesting ground. EPA got involved, environmental lawsuit, congressional hearing, the works. Turns out those 12 Rip Its gave Patterson enough energy to create an ecological disaster zone. Army had to pay $2 million in fines and restoration costs. The ban came down within a week. No energy drinks anywhere on base. Vending machines cleared out. Even coffee got limited to 2 cups per person per day. Patterson recovered but got recycled back to week 1 of basic training. Had to explain to every new drill sergeant why there were no energy drinks available. Became known as the kid who killed Rip It. The environmental restoration took 3 years. They had to rebuild an entire ecosystem from scratch. Bring in new soil, replant native vegetation, relocate displaced wildlife. There's actually a plaque there now. Patterson Memorial Wetlands. Not because he died, but because he single-handedly destroyed the original wetlands while over-caffeinated. He graduated basic eventually, got assigned to motor pool maintenance. Perfect job for someone who proved he could work with machine-like intensity when properly fueled. But the energy drink ban stuck, spread to other bases, then the entire military. Patterson's legacy became regulation. 10 years later, I ran into him at a veterans reunion. He was running a successful landscaping business, still drinks energy drinks, but limits himself to 2 per day. Learned my lesson about moderation, he said. Also learned I'm really good at digging holes. The environmental group that sued the Army actually hired him. Turns out his trenching disaster taught him more about ecosystem restoration than most environmental science degrees. He still gets veterans asking him about the energy drink ban. Some thank him, saying it probably saved their health. Others curse him for ruining their caffeine supply. Either way, he says, I made history. Not many privates can say they changed military policy single-handedly. The mess hall still serves coffee, but anything stronger than a Coca-Cola is contraband. All because one skinny kid from Ohio proved that unlimited energy drinks and military training don't mix.